It is important that Frank and Danielle do not put pressure on their children to be affectionate towards their friends and family on demand.
Say goodbye.
No.
Give him a big hug. Aww.
These circles represent the intimacy that you have with people. When we get to this circle, Frank, that means that I've encroached on your space.
To sit in the center of the circle and to look up and see Joe, I felt a little intimidated.
Your children have their own space. They will have their own time in which they feel comfortable to allow that person into their pink circle. Now imagine that you're Skylar and she's this tall. And then she meets an adult and that person comes straight into her space. It's quite intimidating, isn't it?
I would like you to put these on and come out in the living room dressed and make me really proud, okay?
Come on, let's go.
No.
Do you want to get dressed or do you want to go to school in your pajamas?
Mommy, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to put your clothes in your book bag. You're going to go to school in your pajamas then? Come
I
on.
don't want to wear my...
Okay, well, then we're not. We're going to school, though. Come on.
I don't want to go to school.
Bit of a struggle. Skylar's going to school in her pajamas. Way to go, Danielle.
Joe said, you don't need to fight with her every morning. Just take her in her pajamas, and eventually she'll learn. Yeah, my mind was made up. She was going to school, pajamas or not.
I'm not eating dinner.
Chantel wasn't hungry, and she was making sure that Mum heard all about it.
Well, what happened last night when you didn't eat dinner?
I was hungry.
You were hungry and you didn't get anything to eat. That wasn't fun, was
I
it?
don't care about that.
Jeez, that's not okay! Chantel!
It was so dangerous. Chantel nearly put a pot of boiling water all over herself.
No, Chelsea, my mom's a big poopy butt.
Her behavior has been just so out of control that I feel bad for her.
What's it like living in the same house as 4 brothers?
Well, they always fight. Wish to have a sister.
You wish you had a sister?
Yeah, because I have these brothers and they have like brothers and stuff they get to play with and have real fun. I want to have a sister, but I just got bored like that.
I have a daughter, Chantel, who's 7, and 2 sets of twin boys, Caleb and Nicholas, who are 5, and Bobby and Elijah, who are 4.
Nicholas and Elijah
Were fighting together. Mum had to play referee and pull them apart.
I'm stressed. I'm really, really stressed and really, really tired.
Is your head above water or is it under?
I feel like I'm just barely like,
Mommy!
it depends on the day.
Do you think they hit one another?
Just sometimes they seem really angry
Do you know why they're angry?
because there's not enough of me to go around. They don't get enough attention. Any of that make sense?
All of it does.
I admire Cheryl. She's trying to raise her children the best way she possibly can and go to college. That's not an easy task.
How are we gonna make it happen?
We. Exactly what we're going to do.
We?
Yeah, together.
You're moving in?
I tell you what, if necessary, I will.
The kids decided to play in the backyard.
There's a swimming pool there, and I was absolutely appalled to see that the 2- and 3-year-old were scooting around the pool, and Mum was just behaving as if it was no big deal. I mean, what about safety here? She's not even looking.
I can't just stand and stare at the pool because my kids are going around on a scooter. I can't do that. There's other stuff to do.
Accidents happen and they can be fatal. Okay, so what I've done is brought baby Brian here to give us a clear example of pool safety. Baby Brian decides that he's going to get curious and have a look at the pool. And it looks quite inviting. He steps back and he says, I'm going to run and I'm going to jump. Nice to meet you, Joe Frost.
When I first met Joe, I was extremely nervous.
Who do we have here?
It's Carly,
Hi, Carly. How are you?
Thomas,
Hi, Thomas. Was that the wink? Hello.
that's Johnny.
Hi, Joe. Bit of a rock star, huh?
Kaylee, meet Joe.
Hi, how you doing? Good. They're all quite mellow, aren't they? I have visited a lot of families and I could certainly tell that something was slightly off key here because the children were behaving perfectly. However, nothing really escapes my eye.
Stop it! Oh, she's watching it. Hey, she's watching it, so get off. We were behaving better than normal when Jojo was there. I didn't want to scare Jojo.
Frank sat down with his dad to do his homework.
Shut your mouth and start doing your homework. Is that an A or a C or what letter is that? Fix it. Start over.
They can't know everything.
No, I know what's right and what's wrong. Just do your homework.
That's what I always did.
Frank, start your homework now.
Then let me write my A.
You write your A, you're gonna sit in the naughty chair.
Naughty chair? Why? For what?
Erase it, Frank. Look at me. You're in timeout for giving me a tough time in homework and for not correcting your A. And most off you're in timeout for is because you're just a little whiny brat. You gonna break my chair? You're being a little whiny brat, Frank. Stop crying now. You sound ridiculous, Frank.
Frank.
Shut your mouth.
Babe.
Frank, that was just so unfair. You and I need to talk as soon as possible.
You gonna break my chair? Don't break my chair, Frank. You're being a little whiny brat, Frank.
You spoke to him with no respect.
I was angry. I don't accept him whining.
You used language that was abusive. You need to check yourself, Frank. What I just saw go on there was destructive. It was so negative. You don't recognize the fact that he's whining because he's frustrated and he's in a place right now that he's finding difficult.
He whines every day, and every day, that is how you handle his whining.
You have a very bright, funny, sensitive child. And you see how well Frank responds to positive praise. Why on earth, Frank, would you not want to give that to your child on a daily basis?
The way I've done it, I don't like it. I have intentions to change. It's going to be tough, but, you know, I'm willing to do it.
Explain to Dad what that chart's all about.
It's me and my feelings.
I took Frank and young Frank into his bedroom so that he could explain what the happy and sad faces were all about. Look, explain to Daddy why you was feeling sad.
We had a bad homework day.
Yeah.
Boom, automatically you're in a conversation where the two of you are talking so that it's bringing you two closer together.
Sure. I want you to be comfortable with me. And I don't want to yell anymore.
I think my dad's gonna be nicer to me.
Daddy's definitely going to work on controlling myself to allow myself to hear you. Daddy doesn't like the fact that he did get upset with you to the point where I was very angry. I do apologize. Daddies can apologize too.
Young Frank had some homework to do and Dad sat with him and gave him encouragement. There was no firm undertones of making Frank feel intimidated by him.
You're writing with some confidence there, huh?
I know. I like it.
Frank's pleased with himself when he achieves his goals, but Frank beams when his dad gives him praise.
100%. Yeah. Very proud of you. Thank you.